Canva's AI image generator just got a major upgrade, but let's be honest, not all of these quality options perform the way you might expect. A lot of people assume that higher quality automatically means better results, but that's not always the case depending on how you actually use it. So in this video, I'm going to break down Canva's image generation qualities and show you the real differences between them. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know exactly which one to use and when, instead of just relying on guesswork. So let's jump right in. First, head over to your Canva account and go to Canva AI on the left-hand panel. Once it opens, hover your cursor below the prompt bar and click on the button labeled Image to activate Canva's AI image generator. Right away, you'll see 3 quality options: Standard, Premium, and Ultra. Now on paper, this looks straightforward. Standard should be basic, Premium should be balanced, and Ultra should be the best. But in practice, the results aren't that linear. So let's test that. For the first round, we'll use a simple prompt like, generate an image of an animated orange cat smiling wearing a light teal hoodie. Set your aspect ratio, pick any style, and start with standard quality. Then take that exact same prompt, switch to Premium, and generate again. Finally, do the same thing using Ultra. Now here's where things get interesting. You'd expect Ultra to clearly outperform everything else, but with simple prompts, it doesn't really justify the extra processing. In fact, Premium often gives more consistent and usable results. Standard, on the other hand, can feel a bit too rough or inconsistent depending on the output. So already, the assumption that Ultra is always better starts to fall apart. Now let's push it further. When I first started using Canva, I used to just drag random elements onto the canvas and hope it looked good. Sometimes it worked, most of the time it didn't. I didn't really understand why some designs looked clean and others felt messy. It honestly felt like I was stuck, like I wasn't improving even though I was practicing. That's exactly why we created these beginner-friendly Canva assets. These are designed to help you level up your designs faster while actually understanding what you're doing. Instead of guessing, you start recognizing which elements work, what combinations look good, and what people usually use in real designs. So if you want to stop feeling lost, save time, and finally improve your design skills with confidence, just click the link in the pinned comment down below and start seeing results as soon as you receive your assets. Instead of using a simple prompt, we'll switch to a more detailed one where we clearly describe everything we want in the image. Set the quality back to standard and paste your advanced prompt. If you're not sure how to create one, we have a separate video linked in the pinned comments. Then repeat the same process with Premium and Ultra. This time, the difference becomes much clearer. Ultra starts to justify its name by producing more refined details, better composition, and outputs that align more closely with the prompt. Meanwhile, Premium still performs well, but it doesn't capture the same level of precision. Standard falls even further behind in comparison. So the real takeaway here is this: these quality settings aren't just about better or worse. They're context dependent. If you're using simple prompts, Ultra is overkill and doesn't give you a meaningful advantage over Premium. But if you're using detailed, well-structured prompts, then Ultra actually becomes worth using because it can interpret and execute those details more effectively. If you find this video helpful so far, please consider subscribing to help YouTube algorithm show my video to other people who want to learn Canva in the easiest way. And as promised, if you want to access our totally free Canva crash course, just check out the pinned comment down below. And that's something Canva doesn't explicitly tell you. In the next videos, we'll break down how to write better prompts so you can actually take full advantage of these tools, instead of wasting time generating results that don't meet your expectations. Let us know in the comments if you have any suggested topics you want us to cover, and I'll see you on our next video.